here. Today, we're going to be talking about our number two favorite reason why you should get certified as a performance coach. Number one was yesterday. Video is probably right below this one if you scroll down a little on whatever feed you're looking at. Number one reason what we covered yesterday was the ability to work from anywhere. And we mean anywhere. We talked about picnic tables in Costa Rica, cruise ships off the coast of Monaco, traveling 20 countries and 15 countries in 25 days through Central and South America. Like, we've really done it and enjoyed the heck out of it. We also spent a few months starting to spend a few months every year in South Africa. We live here in Puerto Rico. See the jungle behind my beautiful wife. So that's my number one favorite reason. Today is number two. Drum roll. Give it some love. Hey, where's my love? Oh, it's not coming. Maybe fireworks? Give it some fireworks.
There you go.
There we go. Number two reason is the ability to drive impact and create meaningful change in people's lives and businesses. And so if you want to enter in the competition, which we have to go back and pick someone from yesterday, today we're giving $500 off of a Performance Coach University certification. So if you want to join us, if you apply to PCU and we pick you, we'll give you an additional $500 off the certification itself. Being a little generous today for fun.
That's
all you have to do to participate is answer this question over in the comment section. And today's question is, if you had a superpower that could make any positive change in someone's life, and you could do it for as many people as you ever come across, you have a superpower to make a positive change in someone's life, what positive difference would you want to make in their life? Again, to answer today's question, it's how to enter the giveaway. All you have to do is in the chat box, in the comment section, whatever platform you're watching this on, answer the question of, if you had a superpower that could make a positive difference in someone's life, what positive difference would you want to make for them? If you answer that question, you have a chance to get $500 off a Performance Coach University certification program, if you'd like. Let's see. From LinkedIn, someone says, the power to inspire them. I like that. Very cool. Very, very cool. So today we're going to share a little bit about the positive difference we've been able to make through getting certified as a coach and learning coaching skills. Let's see. Should I start with my wife? Do you have any favorite, powerful, positive differences we've made for someone we've worked with?
Oh, you want a specific example?
Yeah, we got to share some stories.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared for that. I thought you were going to ask me what would be the thing that I want to help someone.
Okay, we'll start with that. If you had a superpower that could make a positive difference in someone's life, which superpower and what difference would you want to make?
Well, the difference I am making as a coach, and I'm so grateful every single day that we get to do this work. I'll take you back. Actually, I want to take you back to where it started. I've always had this gift of like seeing the potential in people. And maybe everyone has that. I don't know. Maybe everyone has that, but I can really see the potential in every single person I cross paths with. And that lights me up so much. So there's this combination of like seeing their potential and then also making their wildest dreams come true, right? So for many years in San Diego, I was a wish granter for Make-A-Wish Foundation. And that was one thing it was like my favorite job, but it was a volunteer role that I ever had. And it was all about getting to the heart of the wish. And that's like the difference between someone just saying, oh, I wish to go to Disney World versus getting to the heart of the wish is really finding like what truly deep down just lights their soul up. And like just, they didn't even think it was possible, but you help them uncover that possibility and like think like, whoa, I could do that. And it's actually like in the core heart and soul of who that person is. And so one of my gifts has been learning how to undo that. And then also a gift that just comes kind of I would say somewhat natural to me is seeing their potential. And so when those two come together in coaching, that's the gift that I truly aspire to bring to every single one of our coaching clients is what are your wildest dreams with this? And also seeing the potential in them and bringing those two together and helping them actually make it happen. And I've seen that really pay dividends in their life, like in their relationships, in their business, in their health choices, in so many different capacities. And it's incredible because what I've also learned is I think that most people really love and cherish and value having someone that does see that does believe in them, and does help bring that to life, even the things that they didn't even think or know what was possible. So to someone, not just like shine a mirror, but like more so like shine a light on like their greatness and bring that to fruition to the world. So that's something I've always like loved about volunteering. And then it moved into coaching so seamlessly because that's like what coaching's all about is expanding their potential, tapping into it, expanding more of themselves, just so many great things. Anyways, what about you, Robbins?
There's a few things. So one of my favorite superpowers, specifically in coaching, is helping someone get clear on what they actually really want to experience in life. And I always start with, what do you most want to give? What's the thing that if you were 90 years old sitting in a rocking chair looking back at your life, what's the thing you'd be most proud of giving? The gift you'd most want to give your entire life, that you'd be most proud of, regardless of all the other stuff that happens. You'd be most proud of that difference you made or that gift you gave. And I'll never forget, I met a young guy who's a close friend of ours now, and he was living at home with his parents. And he's like, I'm a certified personal trainer. I went to school for finance. And I was like, but what do you really want? Like, what would really expand your life at this moment? What would really cause you to feel like you've hit that next level? You've really stepped up and stepped into what your potential is. He goes, you know what? If I could be living in New York City, that would really do it. Like if I had my own place in New York City and I was like living there in the middle of it all, like that would really be it for me. I was like, okay, great. We put together a plan. We worked on it. We came up with a strategy. We executed. And within like 4 months, he had his own place in New York City. He was living the dream. And I was like, man, you're living the dream. This was the dream you had. And so I'll ask everyone who's watching, what dream do you have? What dream do you have that you just thought, man, I wish I could do that. If I could live that dream, if I could do more of that in my life, then everything would really, really be it. That would do it for me. What is it for you? If you throw it in the chat box, I'd love to hear. What is that dream you'd love to step into in your life? So I helped him create this, I helped him map out the dream. He already had it inside of him, but I helped extract it and get it on paper and get clarity, build a plan of how we were going to do it, build the yellow brick road on how we'd get to Oz. And then we did it. 3-4 months later, he was living in New York City. And I said, now what? Where are we going from here? And he said, you know what? New York City is awesome, but I'd love to travel more. If I want to see the world, I want to go more places, not just in one city. So then we mapped out how. Okay, good. Now we're going to travel. What kind of places? Where in the world? How do you want to travel? We mapped all this out. And then we spend the next, I think it took us 4 or 5 months to figure out how to get the right alignment with work and the right alignment with all the other pieces. And all of a sudden he was traveling around the country, and he was loving it, living all these different places. And after like 5-6 years of traveling everywhere, I was like, now what's the dream? He goes, you know what the dream? I want like my own home base. Like I want a real place where I don't have to just keep moving, but it's like my place. So then we're like, okay, where in the world would you want to live? And what would it look like? How would it feel? Who'd be around you? What kind of people would be in the environment? What temperature would it be? Where would it be? What kind of views would you have? And then fast forward, we got to this place where all of a sudden he became one of our neighbors. He was literally living right next to us. And I messaged him one day and I said, look at your view. He had this expansive ocean view living right on the coast here in Puerto Rico.
Paddleboarding at lunch.
And I said, hey, paddleboarding at lunchtime, jumping in the ocean, snorkeling. And I said, hey, what would really level up your life? He goes, if I could just meet someone to share all this with. He's like, now that this is so great, like I'm doing all the things I want to do. I'm coaching people. I'm swimming, paddleboarding for lunch. I've got this amazing place, this beautiful view. I'd love to share this with somebody. And then so many weeks and months later, he met this wonderful woman who now him and her go back and forth between Los Angeles and here in Puerto Rico. And I asked, where did all that start? Because when I met this guy, I don't know, maybe 8-9 years ago now or more, he was living at home, dreaming of moving to New York City. And I think one of the coolest superpowers of becoming a performance coach is the ability to meet someone in a moment of their life, help them imagine a future that's incredibly exciting, and helping them do the actual work to make that vision real. It's very cool. It's very, very cool to have someone, and I'm blessed, knock on wood, to get this all the time at this stage of life, which is really fun. I never, ever take it for granted. But I get little messages from people that say, hey, thanks, coach. I'm living my dream. I've built that business I've always wanted to have, or I've met the love of my life, or I've lost the weight I always wanted to release from my body, or I turned my health around, or I made all those investments happen and now I'm financially free, or our business grew 2,000% over the last few years, or all those things. I think it's the coolest job in the world to get to call it a job where our job is helping other people achieve their dreams. Coolest thing in the world. It's like being an Olympic running coach and you have runners say, my dream is to win an Olympic gold medal. You say, okay, if you show up and do the work, I will help guide you to make sure we keep you on track, and we'll go to the Olympics and we'll try our best to see if we can win that thing. And then you do. You have someone who comes home from the Olympics and they give you a giant hug and said, holy crap, we did it. And you get to look them in the eye and say, you did it. I just got to be the support system to help keep you on track, keep you moving in the right direction, and challenge you when necessary, hold you accountable to show up, and make sure you did the work to be able to get a result like this. And so I think that's the coolest piece in the world, is making that kind of difference in people's lives. And, for us, business too, we focus on both. And so real quick, if you want to, Paul, hi, Paul. Let's see. That dream for me is to be a professional and international speaker, travel around the world and give talks. Very cool. I've had the privilege to do that. It's incredibly rewarding. And so it's that thought. If you're interested in building the tool set or acquiring the tool set, building the skill set to be able to help other people live their dreams, I'll tell you a secret. A mentor of my father said, if you want to become wildly successful, help people become wildly successful. And what's wild, it's one of those secret formulas. The more people you help become successful, the more successful you will be. And so one of the ways I've learned to do that is through getting certified as a coach. I had someone message me the other day because I was looking for a few people to do coaching sessions with. And they said, hey, wait a minute, am I going to be working with you or somebody else? And I said, no, I'm doing the certification. And they're like, I thought you were already a coach. It's like, the learning never ends, my friend. That's the sign of true mastery, is someone who's committed to always learning and relearning. What I learned in the beginning when I first became a coach 20 years ago, that version of me learned those skills in that process. After 20 years of experience, this new version of me is now relearning those processes, relearning those challenges. And what's interesting, as you do that, I see them in a whole different light now, a whole different perspective. And so just putting this out there, if you're interested in getting certified and you specifically want to get certified as a performance coach. So how we describe performance coaching is, if I said, what kind of car would you want to, if you could be any car in the world, what kind of car would you want to be? There's people who pick pickup trucks and, Chrysler minivans, and the crew that we work with tend to want to be F1 race cars. F1 race cars, the fastest, quickest, most high performance people in the world. Those are the ones we work with. Special operators in the armed forces, NFL athletes, we work with the best, brightest, and highest performing people in every industry. And so if you're interested in working with those kind of people, check out performancecoachuniversity.com/apply. Again, if you answer today's question in the comment box, I see many of you commenting. If you answer today's question, you can get $500 off a certification with us. And all you need to answer the question is, if you had a superpower that could give a gift to anyone around you, what positive difference, what gift would you most want to make? Paul's asking for a link. Paul, great question. The link is performancecoachuniversity.com/apply. performancecoachuniversity.com/apply.
One of my favorite comments recently about Performance Coach University was compared to some others. They were like the general army, and PCU was the special ops of coaching. And again, we take that as such an honor. And it is something Jarek mentioned before, which is, wait, I thought you were certified. Someone said to him, right? I thought you were certified already as a coach. You're already a coach. Why would you do that? We're both so passionate about constant and never-ending improvement. It's not only something that we practice, but it's something that we apply to the program and for our students as well. Imagine if, your doctor went to school 40 years ago and then never took another course. There has been so much, there's so many breakthroughs in human potential, peak performance, psychology, you name it. And also so many different things that have happened in our lifetime, whether it's wars or a pandemic or whatever, that has helped continue to shape or affect, whether positively or negatively, humanity. What's important, and one thing that we apply to the program, is making sure that all the coaches that go through our training are getting the latest and the greatest stuff. Definitely the stuff that is foundational and evergreen, tried and true, the best of the best coaching tools. But on top of that, we're always looking for breakthroughs in human potential or peak performance, whether it's biofeedback tools or neuroscience or just anything that helps us better perform to our truest and fullest potential. And then we take those tools or those breakthroughs and apply them to the program so that you can also apply them to your life and your client's life. And so I'm really glad that you mentioned that, because I think it is surprising to some people, but we're so committed to this work that it's something that we're always studying, and we're always sharing any new thing that comes our way, that we really, not just anything, but the things that we truly see get the best results, the greatest impact, the most transformation, and then share that with our coaches and our alumni as well, which is something I'm super proud of.
Couple questions coming through. Number one, do performance coaches work with business owners? Absolutely. Absolutely. One thing we found with the concept of business owners, generally speaking, most of them are striving to not only be the absolute best version of themselves, but they're striving to also get their team to the best versions of themselves as well. And so we work with coaches, with business owners two ways. A lot of business owners get certified with performance coaching tools through us so that they can apply them to themselves and help lead their team, which is phenomenal, to get their team to level up. Often they'll send their managers through Performance Coach University so that their managers can better coach their team to high performance. But then they also love using the tools on themselves as well, because they're driven and they enjoy having. Most of my personal clients are successful business owners who are striving for performance while growing their business. Paul asks, is the certification live or online? It's both. Love, would you like to walk them through that?
Yeah, we have weekly trainings every week that happen. It's an incredible group of people. You're within a community of really high performers. So you have, whether it's elite military, it's leaders or managers in Fortune 500 companies. We have speakers and authors in there. We also have, who am I forgetting? Oh my gosh, so many incredible people that are focused to being the best version of themselves and helping others do the same. So that's in the live capacity. We do demos, we do practice sessions and rounds, and you get great feedback to really refine your skill set as a coach.
Yep.
It's one thing to know a tool and to read about it. It's quite another to be in the hot seat of using it, both in being the coach and being the client. And so we do this way of immersion that allows you to not just understand it, but actually build the muscle to be proficient and masterful in it. The other part is an online library that is very, goodness, it's so robust, and you have access to a library of coaching tools. So if you ever missed a live recording, there will be a live training, there will be a recording of it. And then on top of that, you have just access to so many other great performance coaching tools that you can access 24/7 from anywhere in the world with the internet connection. You'll be able to download the worksheets or PDFs that go with it, listen to the training yourself, and leave comments. You have tons of support in the program as well, as far as whether it's peer-to-peer coaching or mentor coaching, or even the business side of coaching, which we haven't even talked about. If this is something that's maybe a passion project you're doing on the side, or you actually want to go full into creating your own coaching practice, or you're taking this to your company, how do you package this up and make sure that you're able to attract and convert the ideal client, your dream client that you want to work with? So we also have a whole bonus training on building and growing your coaching practice, if that's something that you're looking to do.
Yeah. So I think the answer is both. It's both in person every week. So every week we jump online live in a Zoom session. And like Amanda said, they do role playing, they do new tools, they do introduction to new strategies, they walk through client challenges together. It's an amazing, very robust support system. Plus the entire library of previous trainings online that you can go and listen to all the other tools that we've added in. Plus the core program itself is all on video online. So I think that's 36, 37 hours of core
60.
training. I'm sorry?
The full program is 60 hours.
The foundational pieces?
Both. Yeah.
Got it. So there's 60 hours of training involved, and we're expanding that as well. So anyways, it's all there. If you'd like to apply, performancecoachuniversity.com/apply. We have a cohort starting March 4th on my wife's birthday. That's one of the best days to start. So we have a cohort starting March 4th if you want to jump in. Again, if you answered today's question, which was, if you had a superpower that could give any gift to the people around you, what gift would you want to be able to give them? Paul says, my talent is to touch, move, inspire. I like to fix things too. I love it. Hold on. I saw another great superpower up here. I love this one.
I want everyone to stop judging. I
want everyone to stop judging others. I love that superpower. Okay. Ooh, John Taylor says helping inspire the confidence for them to take action.
Yes. This is one of my favorite tools in the program. And one of the most amazing things about coaching is helping bridge the gap between knowing what you need to do and actually doing it.
I love that. Okay, we're going to wrap up. I'm going to go grab some lunch. Then I got to go teach a class. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to answer that question. Oh, we have one more superpower coming through. My talent is to spread happiness and high energy. I absolutely love that one. We will see you all tomorrow. We'll be on our third favorite reason of why to get certified as a performance coach. Reason number 1 was work from anywhere in the world. Reason number 2 is make a powerful, positive, lasting difference, both in people's personal and professional lives. We'll see you all tomorrow for number 3.